highlighted by a vibrant presentation in which New Jersey Governor Chris Christie reinforced his support of the biotechnology industry. More than 700 members of New Jersey's thriving biotech community filled the ballroom of the Hilton East Brunswick to near capacity as BioNJ celebrated our 19th annual dinner meeting, awards program, and networking event.
Promoting the life sciences sector is one of the 4 overarching goals of our state strategic plan, which was put forward by the Lieutenant Governor, to enhance the opportunities for industry growth and set the foundation for a long-term collaboration and partnership between the public and private sectors in your industry. That was not done by accident.
Energy and excitement were in the air from the start as the record-breaking crowd, a 40% increase from the previous year, filled the reception hall to greet old friends and make new connections. This was a night to remember as we once again shared in friends, hope, and inspiration.
I just have to say what a difference a year makes. Last year, on this night, we had 2 feet of snow. Today, it was 50 degrees. Last year, the Giants, well, not so much. This year, they're headed to the Super Bowl. Last year, we had 505 of you with us this evening. This year, I'm proud to report that we have blown that number out of the water. We've exceeded it by 40%. In fact, tonight, we are joined by no fewer than 708 of you from the New Jersey biotech community. Thank you for being here. Tonight, our mission is twofold: to thank Governor Christie for his initiatives to create a more business-friendly climate in our state. At the same time, we want to be sure that the governor sees that his efforts are indeed paying off. The growth of the industry is indisputable, and it's coming from all angles. More on that when the governor joins us. The second part of our mission is to honor Paul Thomas, an industry leader who's been a friend and a mentor and a longtime supporter of BioNJ, and to showcase LifeCell and Roka as models for growth.
As it does each year, the meeting began on a high note as we recognized retiring board members Marvin Miller and James Saperstein, as well as board advisor Dr. Todd Brady for their many, many contributions to BioNJ and to New Jersey's biotechnology industry. With an eye to the upcoming presidential election, Biotechnology Industry Organization President and CEO and former Congressman Jim Greenwood graciously joined us for the 4th consecutive year to provide his insights into the issues taking place in Washington that have the potential to impact the future of the biotechnology industry. BioNJ is so proud to be the New Jersey Bio affiliate and to partner with Bio on a number of important federal legislative initiatives.
The big issue will now be getting PDUFA across the line. We had our first hearing yesterday. Bio testified. We want to get PDUFA reauthorized. We want to get it reauthorized quickly. But we also want to make, if we can, take the opportunity of the PDUFA reauthorization to get some other improvements in the FDA. And one of those is improving the accelerated approval pathway. We've been working with pharma. We've been working with the FDA. And we've got a good provision that we think is going to go into the base reauthorization bill that will modernize accelerated approval so companies can have a better shot at getting their drugs approved and patients can get access to them sooner. We have a bill that will be introduced called the TREAT Act. We spent a great amount of time putting together what we think is the best collection of FDA reforms that have ever been presented to the Congress, and they're in the form of the TREAT Act, which is transforming the regulatory environment to accelerate access to treatments. That bill will be dropped by Senator Hagan, and our capital formation legislation, that which will drive new investment into small biotech companies, is going to be introduced by Senator Menendez and Senator Snowe, and again, obviously because of the work that you and Debbie have done to get Senator Menendez to help us out with that.
On a night that focused on the contributions of the biotechnology industry to the economy and the social fabric of New Jersey, we were honored to present the 5th annual Dr. Saul J. Baer Award for Vision, Innovation, and Leadership to Paul Thomas, a visionary who was responsible for bringing not 1 but 2 companies from out of state to New Jersey during his illustrious career. LifeCell Corporation from Texas and Roka Bioscience from California, and in the process creating more than 500 high-paying jobs.
When we initiated the Saul J. Bear Award for Vision, Innovation, and Leadership 5 years ago, we wanted to do something that would really uplift our community and inspire our members to do more, recognizing those leaders that make a difference in our community. It wasn't difficult to figure out who should receive the first award, and in fact, after whom it should be named. As you know, it's the Saul J. Bear Award. No one embodies the qualities of vision, innovation, and leadership more than Saul Bearer. He used these qualities to inspire people to build and grow the amazing cell gene. He's still using those qualities today for BioNJ and in his many other endeavors. He is our John Bon Jovi, he's our Bruce Springsteen, all rolled into one, and I am proud to call him my chairman and my friend. Please welcome back Dr. Saul Bearer.
Bon Jovi? Frank Sinatra would be more timely, but that's okay. So, friends, we're about to welcome my friend and my colleague, Paul Thomas, to what is becoming the New Jersey Biotech Hall of Fame. So if you to have headlines for Paul, it would be these. New Jersey entrepreneur brings little-known Texas-based wound care company to New Jersey. With vision, innovation, and leadership, he turns the company from an also-ran into an industry leader. He grows it to the point where it is sustaining more than 500 well-paying jobs. He engineers its acquisition for $1.7 billion. That would be enough to get most people in the Hall of Fame, but that wasn't enough for Paul. For his next headline, he brought Roka Bioscience to New Jersey, and he's now turning it into a leader in the development of assays and technologies that are first being directed to food safety, but ultimately will include biopharmaceutical manufacturing, water testing, veterinary care, environmental testing, and more. Over the last 2 years, Roka has hired 100 people, and they expect to be at 150 employees by the end of the year. This is what the governor was talking about in terms of what the important part of our industry is. It's not only helping people, it is not only changing lives in that fashion, but bringing economic strength to this state with such entrepreneurs as Paul. But that's only one facet of a multifaceted individual. I have the pleasure of serving with Paul on the board of company Agerion, and in these interactions, you can see an engaged and exciting individual who cares deeply about helping people, the people who work for the company, the shareholders, and those who will benefit from their products.
After a lengthy conversation with the board, we decided if this was going to be a restart, why not build a company in a location more conducive to establishing a real successful company? And so we discussed the merits of moving LifeCell to several different biotech clusters around the country, but we very quickly narrowed our search to focus on the New Jersey and the Boston areas. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I think New Jersey is a great environment for biotech companies. However, I can also tell you unequivocally that the tiebreaker for us choosing New Jersey versus Boston as our new home was largely due to the support we received from BioNJ, the New Jersey EDA, and the biotech community at large within the state. I can tell you it was this level of support combined with the ecosystem within the state that really made New Jersey a great choice for LifeCell. So again, I am truly honored by this award, and thank you very much.
During his first 2 years in office, Governor Chris Christie and his administration have demonstrated a commitment to growing the biotechnology industry in New Jersey, supporting a restoration of full funding for the Technology Business Tax Certificate Transfer Program, doubling the R&D tax credit, and selecting BioNJ to lead the New Jersey Life Sciences Talent Network.
Debbie and I had pages and pages of accolades about our governor. And everyone knows, that he is indeed one of not only the best governors in the history of this state, but certainly one of the leaders in the entire United States. And, all right. So it is our great honor and our pleasure to introduce the governor of the great state of New Jersey, the Honorable Chris Christie.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it, Saul, very much. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Good to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me tonight. Saul, thank you. I'd like to recognize both Saul and Debbie for their continued commitment and their leadership. It's been critical in growing and sustaining our state's bioscience, pharmaceutical, and life sciences industry. And critically important for your businesses, we provided $185 million in targeted tax cuts to create jobs and help businesses grow and prosper, including a 50% increase in the research and development credit and an expansion of the technology business tax credit program from $30 million to $60 million. And plenty of companies are taking notice of that. Bayer Pharmaceuticals announced that they selected New Jersey over New York as the site for a new corporate campus, a decision that will keep 1,000 jobs in New Jersey, move 300 more jobs here from out of state, and result in the creation of 200 new jobs. Novo Nordisk will be adding an additional 200 jobs at an average salary of $130,000 a year. To the second phase of its expansion project, Novo Nordisk is planning to grow about 10% a year. That's great news for New Jersey. And Watson Pharmaceuticals, just this Monday, announced that it will establish its Global Research and Development Center in North Brunswick that will employ approximately 50 professional and support staff. This is news that New Jersey has not seen in a decade. It is because people in this administration understand that government cannot create jobs, but it can create an atmosphere that either allows jobs to be grown or destroyed. In this administration, through the leadership of people like Commissioner of Labor Wirtz and the EDA CEO Karen Franzini, we are listening to business. We are working with you to deal with your concerns and turning New Jersey's business climate once again into a good place, not only to raise your families, which it's always been, but a good place to do business again. We're happy to be in partnership with you on that. Now, for all those reasons and a lot of others, promoting the life sciences sector is one of the 4 overarching goals of our state's strategic plan, which was put forward by the Lieutenant Governor, to enhance the opportunities for industry growth and set the foundation for a long-term collaboration and partnership between the public and private sectors in your industry. That was not done by accident. That way, you're going to continue to benefit from the quality of the New Jersey workforce. At the same time, our state and communities benefit from your critical role in our economy, its growth, and what you and your employees contribute to the social fabric of New Jersey. Your businesses and your employees are philanthropists in our state. They give generously of their time and their money to dozens and dozens and dozens of charities and worthy causes across New Jersey. So sometimes we tend to speak just in cold, hard numbers. The jobs you create, the tax revenue that puts forward. But there's a human face to this too. I've had the opportunity to talk about issues like this with John Crowley, who is an example of not only what a successful businessman can be, but how that successful business career can lead to doing things for our society that gives us more faith and confidence and hope in our fellow human beings. So I'm glad to see you here, John, tonight, and I thank you for everything you contribute to our state in that way. And you are an example of this industry as a whole and what can be done and is done by your leaders and your employees. That you don't just contribute to us economically, although we're grateful for it, that you contribute to us from a moral perspective, to understand that with great success and the great wealth that comes with that at times, come great responsibilities as well to try to make your community a better place, to try to care for those who are less fortunate, to try to tend to those who are in need. This industry, not only through what you do and the medicines and innovations you create, tend to that greater societal need, through who you are as people and what you contribute to your communities, you represent that spirit as well. And so when I talk to other governors about the fact that New Jersey is still the leading state for this industry across the country. I tell them that they're not only missing out on the great revenue you help us produce and the great jobs that you give to our citizens, but they're also missing out on the spirit that comes from people who care so much about their society, their neighbors, their friends, and those people who they probably will never meet and certainly will never know, but who they help every day through individual acts of kindness. That's what we're about too in this state, and that's what this administration is about as well. So keeping your operations here, hiring students who are educated in our schools, working in partnerships with our colleges and universities in new ways that will be available because of the work that Saul and his commission did for me and our implementation of that. We're going to ensure that the next medical breakthrough, the next patent, the next big life-saving device is discovered right here in New Jersey.
And as he closed his first year as chairman, Dr. Baer eloquently reminded us all of the special mission that the biotechnology industry plays in helping patients and the commitment that is required of each and every one of us.
At the core, our message is about helping people help people. Let us never forget that we are a unique industry in a mission to find meaningful medicines that will help people live longer and better lives. There is no higher calling, in my opinion, and that each of you contributes to this mission. What we do here in New Jersey impacts not only the residents of our state, but of the entire country. Indeed, the medicines developed by all of you impact patients globally. And it is this organization, BioNJ, whose mission it is to encourage this and to help all of you achieve this goal. We stand shoulder to shoulder in doing so. So thank you for all you do for BioNJ, for the industry, and for all mankind.
Energized by friends, hope, and inspiration, BioNJ's 19th annual meeting was a night to remember. This is BioNJ President Debbie Hart. It is a pleasure to serve this community, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2013.